Well, good evening, football fans. I'm Chris. Thanks for checking the game out. It's the last one of the season, and it's Layman, the home team in the blue tops, silver bottoms against Hayes, who's 4-4, looking to win this one to get in the winning record column for the season. Gabe and Cohen back deep to the tune of about the 5-yard line, and they've been the deep men on the kickoff return team all season. Layman checks his guys, high kick, hangs in the wind. Cohen will have a chance to field it, and then comes to the boundary before 65 upends him at the call it 36. Brisk evening in the mid-60s and falling, a little breezy to our in a headwind form. Troy in the gun and Peach behind him, tight otherwise, and Gabe gets it through the 2-hole. That's typically how they start. It's a safe dive play there, and it's good for maybe a yard or two. 2nd and 8, and give is to Javi, left side, going north and south. 4 grabs him, hangs on. The safety finally meets him as well. Javi is good for 20-plus yards on the second down effort. Into Lobo territory are the Hawks, and Cohen will get it near side. Cohen goes north and south and makes a few guys miss before he's corralled inside the 30 for a consecutive 2-in-a-row first down. So just 2 down linemen for the Lobos and 4 backers. Peach stutter steps, right hole, and is to the second level, and he's got a first down. So 3 plays lead to 3 first downs, and they're deep in the red zone now. So every Hayes play so far, besides maybe the 2-yarder to start, has been productive. Javi around the 9-hole, hits the gas, tripped up just shy of the goal line to the tune of the 1-yard line. First and goal from there. So now they've got it spotted at the 3. Original line judge said 1. Peach left side this time and powers his way in. Boy, last week we saw a display of power by Gabe in the form of his legs just chugging for yardage, and I thought that was on display even more than his speed was. He's picking up where he left off last week. Extra point try from the 3. Troy gives it to Cohen. Cohen will walk in untouched, and 8-0 early in this one. Don't check your television set. That is Lewis kicking off. He just doesn't have his no place like home red shoes on and doesn't need them. This kick is back to the 10, fielded clean by the right side as you're looking at him, up back 20, and he splits the defense, dragged down there just shy of the 40, but Layman showing they can do something with the ball in their hands as well. Offense for Layman is a pistol, and the give is to the right side, up the middle, and then met on the bottom, I'll tell you by who in a second. Ollie, 68, who was wearing 9. It was Joseph, first man there. But Ollie switched to 68, and it's working out for him as well. So 2nd and 7, same set, low snap, 2, same play, and bigger production this time. And it's all the way to the secondary. Wyatt, Austin found him, and they're going to go quick here. And they got to wait for the chains to get set. And I guess they do. Same play again, and it's good for another 4 or so. The chains still aren't set yet. They're going to have to get that. Typically, they get the chain set before they blow the whistle to snap the ball. Quarterback for Layman is number 2, and I recognize him from Choppa. He's got some speed, and if he could get some space around him, we might see it. Give it around the side, and 68 Ollie jets through the middle, and the first negative play of the ball game for either team is now in the database. 4 wide, slots up on the line, wide out off on the far side. 2's going to 5-step drop, roll out, look for a guy, and Lewis, I think, was lurking, and it's just over his fingertips. So 4th down showing on the marker, and they've got 2 back in the backfield, and we've got false start on the right side of the offensive line. It's the tackle, and he lifted up, and this 4th down just got a little more difficult. So 4th and 14 now. Layman brings the punt team on. Wyatt comes off. Cohen comes on, stands on the 20, and Layman preparing for this deep snap. It's a good one, and the punt is up and away. And Cohen isn't going to field it. It takes a Hayes bounce, and it'll be dead where 65 tagged it with his leg on about the 34, and that's where Hayes will have it. Layman with 3 down linemen this time, so they're playing kind of a 3-3 stag just like Hayes does. Peach found in the middle, and not much doing there. 2nd and 8, the second of 8 that Hayes has faced this game so far. Had one earlier. Troy somehow got the snap and gave it to Cohen. Cohen tackled at the line to gain the 40-yard line. It's enough to move the sticks, and Hayes dodges a bullet there. 45-yard line, the spot for this first down, and the ball is on the far side hash. A lot of room to work this way, but they're going to go narrow side to Javi. Javi wastes no time going up the field, and he's good for 5. Right at midfield for 2nd down, and the ball still on that far side hash, but they are going to fake it. Play action to Javi. Look to go to the air for the first time. Troy just going to eat it and keep it. Lowers a shoulder, falls forward to the 32, and it's another first down in the form of about 20 yards. That scramble may have been the longest for 14 of the season. Peach right up the gut. And a good tackle by 27 in the open field to save what would have been a walk-in touchdown for 6. Number 7, Jaden checks in at the left split. Noah at the right side, wide out. And up the middle goes Peach. And he's got ankle biters. He's inside the 5, and it's enough to move the sticks. No, it's going to be 2nd and inch. So 2nd down, staring into the sun is the offense. And Cohen's going to get it. Tracking around the right side, and he's in for the touchdown. Hayes has 2 scores for the evening. An unsportsmanlike foul on Layman. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. It was after the play. The snap's over Troy's head. And all he can do is fall on it there. So some more backfield mishaps have plagued the Hayes team all season long, and they're not stopping here tonight yet. Lewis will tee this ball up on the Lobo 45-yard line, and with the tailwind he's got, he probably ought to be able to put this one through the uprights if he wanted, but he's lined up for an onside kick. He's going to pooch it, spiral it, and hard to field, and there it's wild and loose. Back deep, he touched it. I would go ahead and get on that football, and they don't in time. Layman does, but so now it's a touchback. So referees give the Lobos a break there. It was a touched football, which makes it live and should have been a safety on the result. Probably should have been a touchdown. Hayes should have gotten on that ball, but they were loafing, and Ollie has his 2nd TFL. He's in the backfield again. So quarter number 2 underway here. Layman football, 2nd long. It's going to go to the right. A little lead and wrapped up by Lewis. Christian, the corner, also coming downhill to help out, and they drop him for another yard. 3rd down on the 23, and Layman trips to the left side. Just one in the backfield and one out here to the near side. Christian's got him, 2. Being flushed out left side. I told you he could run if he can get some space. And grabbed there at the boundary on the face mask. They're going to get Austin for a face mask, and it'll be 15 more. So I thought it was a face mask. It was thrown at the right time that Austin made the grab, but reviewing the film, it was actually just the jersey he had, and it was a personal foul. The second one Layman's had this game, called against them. Austin back in the backfield again. 2's going to go the other direction. And here he comes, Javi tracking him, and he's got a first down out of that. So how about the feet of number 2 keeping the drive alive? So number 2, QB's got company in the backfield with him now, and he's showing the Hayes defense that they got to respect him. Here comes 17 in motion, and he'll fly to the other side. Play action there. They're going to keep 2 again around the left side. And then found, but drives the pile forward, and he's good for 7. So Layman's found some productive offense on the feet of number 2. A hold on the offense, a spot foul 10 yards further back will go first down again here. Spots about the 25-yard line. Trips to the right side this time. And linebackers creeping for Hayes. 2 going to roll to his right. Joseph turns him back in and then corrals him. And Javi was home. Austin found him as well. And they contain the legs of 2 this time. 2nd and about 19, let's say. Trips to the right side again. And it's 10 this time who's going to balance the set. 2's going to look his way and go airborne for the first time today. And Javi goes up, but never turned for the ball, and they're going to get 5 for PI. Had he gone up with a head towards the ball, probably wouldn't have drawn it. Not sure the contact was egregious, but got to look for the ball to keep that flag in the pocket. So 15 yards, auto first for Layman, and they're smelling the Hayes side of the field, still in their own 43. And handoff, 27 in the backfield, and Nathaniel comes like a bullet out of a gun into the backfield. Boy, he has been an exciting player to watch on the defensive side of the ball this year. So in that 3-3 defense Hayes plays, you've got Austin the left side backer, Ollie anchor in the middle, and then Nathaniel on the right side, and they've all earned their pay today. Here comes Joseph, couldn't contain him, and now 2's out in open field, shakes a couple tacklers but can't get past Christian, 16, who's been another bright spot since he's been brought up about midway through the season. Kiefer in for Joseph on the defensive end here on the near side. 2 gets his plays, doing all the running, but then he's also getting the play from the sideline and evades the sack. Ollie gets blocked, and now 2's in open field. Jaden makes a great tackle in the open field. 7 went down and wrapped up his ankles, and it's going to be just shy, so it'll be a 4th down coming up. In the middle of the Michigan sign stealing scandal that we're in currently, I guess Layman's trying to keep from doing that. And number 2's just carrying the plays in himself. Give is up the middle, found by Lewis and company, and he won't get there. It's a turnover on downs, and that Hawk defense comes up strong. Hayes back in business, 3:09 showing in the half. They've got a 14-0 advantage. Gabe, left side, puts a move on, goes downfield, found at the second level, and he's got a 1st down in the form of 14 yards. The game has moved at a quicker pace than usual. Neither team throwing the ball much, and so no incomplete passes stopping the clock. Javi's going to get a turn up the field, tripped up, keeps his feet, and then the corner finally rides 5 down at the 20 for another 1st. Layman staying in the 3-4 defense. Noah to the far side, barely got the handoff to Peach. 6 pulling the trailer behind him. 27 who carries the ball on offense for Layman makes that tackle after 6 gets almost all of it, 9 yards. Number 13, Ethan, checks in at the left side tight end with the play. Troy going to give it to Cohen. Cohen put a move, then back up the field, and then took a forearm to the face after he crosses the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Spots just inside the 5. And Javi going to race to the edge. But how about the tackle from 21, trailing, and came back and got him, and then going to try to help him up. Javi maybe injured a bit, kind of comes up limpy, but it looks like he's okay. Christian in for the gimpy Javi while he gets taken care of. Clock at 18 seconds, so unless they use a timeout here, could be the last play. Peach driving, and Tristan comes in to try to give him a late push, but he's going to be a yard short, and Hayes will take a timeout with 8 seconds. You can see where that ball is placed. It's on the nose of the goal line there. There's not much room. He's going to go ahead and respot it towards the center more. And so 8 seconds. We'll see what Hayes can come up with here. Expect 14 just to get under center and do the Jalen Hurts tush push special, but I don't know that that'll happen. And it will happen because he's going to walk up under center, and here he goes just leaning forward, and he's got it. He didn't need but a pig's hair, and he had to have gotten enough. Late signal, but it's good. 3 seconds, and that'll take it to 20. Extra point try. Got Peach in the backfield. And give is to Christian. He's going to race all the way to the perimeter and get there. I think he's got it. It counts for 2. Pretty sky here in Kyle, Texas. And Lewis puts a big foot into this one. And it's live behind the deep man. And then he just get it. It's going to be a Hayes football. 2 seconds left. Not sure what Layman was thinking. But you'll have time with 2 seconds to throw one to the end zone. So would expect something in the air here. And Troy will look for Wyatt on the fade. And it's pulled down. That's going to be a free play, and we'll go again. So 15 yards takes it to the 2, and they'll get to do the play over here. So now the whole playbook is open, you would think, just needing to get 2. And on the edge of our seat here, everybody in tight. Troy's going to put Javi across in motion and just keep it and follow him and lean forward, and he's got it. The touchdown counts, and Hayes makes Layman pay for not getting on that kickoff, and they'll have an extra point try to make this 30 at the break. So PAT try has Christian wide right and 10 wide left. And a high snap almost out of Troy's hands. He just got to go make something happen. Leans forward, but they're going to stop him at the 1. No good. We'll stay at 28.
And the extra point is...
So Lewis tees this one up to start the second half, kicking towards the sunset. And he's had a couple good ones tonight already. And this one is as well. And 27 can't field this one again. Chasing it back. Wyatt trying to corral him. And then a missed tackle there. And then Trey's got him, knocks him down. Ollie there to help as well, and so is Jaden, I think. Nope, 77. The Hayes defense has not given up anything tonight except for some scrambling to number 2, so expect to see more of that. Trips to the right side on the left hash comes number 2 and Layman. Handoff 27, and nowhere to go as Nathaniel and
Trevino
help. Joseph, who else on that defensive end side? Find him. 2nd and 10, same formation. And this time they've got the same amount of room both ways. Good snap. 2, looking for the slant route from 9. And Ethan with a great tackle. Pretty good coverage. And it'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd down, 3 needed. Trips to the right side again 3 times in a row. So they like something to the strength side, to the far side. And looking for the same play again, this time through the hands of 9-13, defending again, and it's 4th down. So 4th and 3 from the 31, and no punt shown, so nobody back deep. In fact, Hayes doesn't have a safety back at all. Wyatt's over there helping. And 2 flushed out, and found by Joseph, and he won't let go, and it's a sack. Back to the 20, and that's where Hayes will have it. Number 2's got to give his team a chance and get that ball in the air. Instead, he takes the sack and gives Hayes great field position. Peach found in the middle and nowhere to go. Slams into a wall. Mingo, playing on that defensive line for Layman, has really anchored things tonight for them. Been their bright spot on defense. Cohen's going to get it and goes back up the middle. Puts a move on the safety. 27 finds him from the backside, but 2 is all the way to the 11 and a 1st down. 1st down just outside the 10. Everybody in tight. And Peach will get it again. Off tackle to the right side. And he won't be taken down easily. He's inside the 5. 2nd down. Hayes needs a yard to keep the drive alive. They're looking for more than that, though. And Peach will get it over the left side and walks in. I say walks in, slams into a body. And the 5th touchdown of the night belongs to the Hayes offense. Extra point try. And it's going to be Javi. And found from behind. Good night. He got in there in a hurry. And then another flag. We'll see. This is dead ball. It's a face mask.
There's a penalty on the play.
So not dead ball. It's on the tackling team. They'll retry, I'm sure, the extra point. Go again. Retry from the 1. And it's going to be Cohen. And he goes north and south and leans forward. He's got his 2nd extra point of the night. And your new score is 38 points. Excuse me, 8 points from 28 is 36, not 38. Number 8 has that ball straight up and down as he tees it up and gets a foot into it. It's a deep kick. And almost over the head, a good snag there by the deep man who's going to try the right side, trying to follow his blocker, but never hit the gas, and Joseph found him before he could get north and south. Christian and Ethan, your corners. Wyatt, the safety, shades the far side. I mentioned that because Layman was throwing the ball on that last drive, and they may pick up where they left off. It looks like they're going to try to. No, 2's just going to keep it and go right up the middle. and found by Wyatt. A flag from the far side come into the middle of the field, so we'll have to see what this is about, but Wyatt saving a would-be touchdown possibly there because 2 can scoot. A hold on the Lobos in the secondary replays first down, makes it about 1st and 6. It was in the about where the tackle was made, and penalties have really plagued Layman tonight. They hadn't had a lot of offense otherwise anyway, but the penalties sure don't help. Motion this way. 2's going to look his way, and he has to dodge 68. Ollie, tuck it and go, and then a good tackle made by 85, but the slot guy who was in motion this way had his man beat. That was number 9, who's played a pretty good defensive game, and Hayes made a dodged one there. So a first down, the result, and the spot is the 30, and it's trips here to the narrow side. And now 10 will go lead block for 2. And a big collision there on the far side by Lewis. So clock runs, just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 36-0 advantage Hayes. And 2 will go back to the ground game. Hit in the mouth. And it's number 50, Tristan, coming up big for that defense. 3rd and long. And number 9, who caught that slant route earlier over here on the near side. Now he's got a slot man to accompany him. And we've got false start. 4 in the far slot, took off early. More laundry plaguing Layman. 3rd and long, backed up. And 10 across the bow. 2, gonna throw it. And lets this one go down the boundary, and in and out of the hands of 4, my word. What a pass, what a route. Wyatt was trailing a bit, wasn't terrible, but had he caught that in stride, we would have seen a foot race. It's a 4th and a long way, and they're gonna change personnel out, so we may see a punt here. Backed up on the 24 with 4th and about 16. Cohen checks in for Wyatt and puts his feet on the 40-yard line. And the kick is away, and Cohen will not touch it, and it'll be down to the 38. Cohen getting some coaching up by his coaches. He should have caught that ball, at least fair caught it if he didn't think he had room to run, because he gave away 15 to 20 yards. First down now inside the 40 of Hayes. Troy to Javi, and Javi's got a little space, and there goes 5, taken off. And they're tracking him, but I don't think they've got enough room. And he high steps his way through. And the longest play of the night belongs to Javi and the Hayes offense. 65 yards to pay dirt belongs to Javi. Extra point try is to Cohen, dips a shoulder, and taken down.
The right side stopped.
Looked like he might have had a seam up the middle, but he just dipped the shoulder instead, tried to go outside, and they caught him. No good, so we'll stay at 42. 8 to kick with 1:02 in the third. And sends this one to the right side. Second line will get it. 9 fields it. And there's a little room for him to run. And then Kiefer saves the day, but the return is all the way into Hawk territory. So a spot actually on the nose of the 50 for Layman. And 2 and 4 exchange words. He lines up in the wingback spot to the right side. And I don't think he's had the ball yet tonight. 2 keeps it down the line and then slung down by Joseph, I think, but a flag on the near side. We'll see what that's about.
1 for the Lobos.
An illegal substitution penalty on the defense leads to a 2nd and 1 here. And they may not get this play off if they don't hurry before the third quarter buzzer sounds, and they won't. And we'll go to the 4th. The last quarter of the season underway here now, and it was 12 men on the field for Hayes on that illegal substitution call. And some movement there by the wingback, but he resets. And now he'll get it on a little jet sweep action, being strung out. And Wyatt, first man there, drags him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's enough for the first down, and Layman has their best field position of the night. The defense has been pretty perfect up to this point, so I know they would love to not break now. Pistol formation, trips to the right side for the Lobos. And to the air they'll look. Wants the solo side on a fade route, and it was too much on it. Jaden in coverage, but 9, who caught the slant earlier, did get behind him. 2nd and 10. Number 2 has continued to carry the play in by himself, running to the sideline each time to collect it from the coach. 9's going to split out to the far side. Pistol formation, and we got a bunch on the trips formation to the right side. Linebackers creeping. 2 has all the time in the world. He wants to throw a little shot out of bounds, and no one home there on the track, and that'll stop the clock. They say wind the clock. So perhaps because the margin of advantage is big enough, the referee decides to run the clock on that incomplete pass, or maybe he's just cold because it is getting chilly out here tonight. So 3rd and 10 we go. 10 comes in motion, balances the formation, and they're going to get him for going north and south before the ball was snapped. He's been doing it kind of all night, but they caught him on that one. That full speed sprint motion's got to be timed just right so that you don't start going downfield before that ball's snapped. They like the formation set. They stay in it again. They're going to try 10 in motion again this time. Shows a little more patience. They want the fade. 4 got behind the defense. A tough catch to make. Boy, he had to look at that upside down in the air. Had he got that one, we'd all be on our feet oohing and on, but it's incomplete. 4th down, facing Layman from their, Hayes 42-yard line. It's the bunch trips to the right, 9 on the island on the top side, and 2's going to look to his right, and then 4 across the middle in his hands. Wyatt stepped in front of it but never touched the ball. It hit 4 in the hands and couldn't come down with it. Hayes will have it on their 42. 4:42 showing, and they did pause the clock for the possession change. And we've got Twins here to the near side, and Troy is just going to keep it and move into his right side, stiff arm. Got to tuck that ball away, and he'll fall forward for 5. Spot the 47 on the far side hash. Formation the same, Cohen and Jaden. Cohen will get a flare pass out here. Got it in his hands. Cohen makes perhaps a guy I thought maybe miss and gets him as he trips him up. It's only good for a yard and a half. 3rd and 3, 3:30 showing. And Peach gets it up the middle, 45, trying to ride him. He spins free and then found from behind. Good for about 15 perhaps, and it moves the sticks inside the 40. Everybody in tight here for 1st down, and Peach up the middle finds 78's face. 6 puts a hand down and just can't quite get free. They got his jersey. He can scoot if he could, but he's good for 15, and down to the 20-yard line is Peach. Far side hash is the spot, just outside the 20, and Javi right up the middle, steps through a tackle, found by the 2nd line of defense down to the 10, and he will be right at the line to make, and it's enough. 1:43 showing, so just a handful of plays left here tonight in the contest. This one is going to go to Christian. It's going to go wide. Left side, he's got a little room, and 16's going to find the pylon and the score.
Touchdown, Hayes.
And 16's got his 2nd scoring play of the night. PAT try to make this a smooth 50 is going to go to Cohen. He's going to go north and south against the grain, and they find him at the 1, but he broke the plane, and it counts. 50 points on the board tonight for the Hayes, trying to put a big stamp on the season. So Lewis will tee this up for the 7th or 8th time tonight, and this one is caught clean by 9. And through the block goes the defender. I believe that was Ollie, and they track him out at the 27. 1:19 as the closing chapter of this one is upon us, and Layman will line up in 4 wide, 2. 3-step drop, looks to his left, quick pass on the out route, caught, good snag in the fingertips, but fell to the ground, so nothing else happens after that. On the far side, hash is 2nd down, and 2. 3-step drop, dumps the same route, but this time dropped. Noah, number 80, in contention, and they'll stop the clock there. Well, they stopped it for a minute, and then they decided to run it, so this likely the last play. And to the air, the Lobos will go. What is the route? Looks like 4 streaks. They're going to throw it to the slot man, and he had him beat. Number 80, Noah, gave up about 3 steps. That one falls flat. The clock will expire, and the game will end 50-0 the score. Hayes improves to 5-4 on the season. They'll end with a positive winning record, which is what they'd hope for. A good outing and a lot to be hopeful for in the future. We'll see you guys then.